And these are series, right? You have one about
Kamala, one about Brigitte, and now the one that we're doing is the Harvey Weinstein files.
Harvey Weinstein files. And somebody said that he emailed you from prison or something?
No, it actually started, there was a random woman who had reached out to me and basically said, you're the only person that I think that would actually look into this case beyond the media. And I'll be honest, like when they first contacted me, I was like convinced he was guilty because like there was just so many people that were saying that he did this or that. And I'm like, someone somewhere has to be telling the truth. And then when I got into the actual, after speaking to him, which was like a crazy conversation.
You spoke to Harvey?
Yeah, I've been speaking to Harvey for years now. And it was a crazy conversation because there was no reason, we have nothing in common. Like Harvey, first and foremost, is like the number one donor to the ADL. I'm like on their list. He's a huge Democratic donor. I'm Republican. And he's still all of those things, which is like when we had our first conversation, he was just sort of like, who are you? Like, why do you exist? Like, why is someone...
Did you reach out to him?
No, that person put us on the phone. I guess she was kind of lobbying him, being like, you need to have someone who's an independent journalist look up his case, like, or it's never going to get a fair shake in the media because they have you as like, the devil. So that was like a super interesting conversation, and we still have nothing in common. But I am very good at being nuanced, and a lot of people, if you don't like Trump, then you are okay if he's wrongfully convicted. They pick people's character and decide that they're okay with whatever happens to them. And I'm kind of the opposite, where I will be very nuanced and say, like, Harvey was immoral. Harvey was cheating on his wife. Harvey was abusing his power as the guy in Hollywood. I do not believe, after looking at the case, that he has been. I do believe that he's been wrongfully convicted. And so it actually, as I was looking into this, his case in New York got overturned on appeal. And so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But he definitely, he knows where all the bodies are buried in Hollywood too. So he was an interesting guy to piss off because he was the phone call, he was the one phone call every A-lister made when they got themselves into trouble too. And they all turned on him because... So
he was kind of like the closer over there, the Siriano or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And when the Me Too movement happened, I think men were scared. So a lot of them turned on him because what other option did you have? They had woman after woman after woman coming out, and men could not stand up in that environment when it first happened. Mm-mm. And so I think a lot of them turned on him because they just were, it was basic self-preservation.
Oh, I checked my penis in the hospice, I remember. It was just a tough time for guys. Yeah, you were afraid to shake dudes' hands. I remember that. You were afraid to even be, like, it was scary. And you would try to speak up for friends that you didn't think did something or that you did. And then, like, you would just be bastardized online. Like, I remember there was, like, famous, like, celebrities who would, like, tag me and other friends in tweets and be like, they knew everything, just shit. Like, what are you fucking taught? We do not know, but crazy shit.
Mm-hmm. And careers were being ended, like on a blink of a tweet. Yeah. She'd be like, he looked at me funny, and they would be like, he stepped down from the corporation today. And I'm like, over the tweet? What's happening here? It was wild times. I always stood up against the Me Too movement. I was very adamantly against it, vocal against it, and people on the left and the right condemned me for it, for my stance on Me Too.
I think the Me Too, I think it was definitely everything goes overboard, right?
It's out of control. I mean, we need due process. That's like, you can't just tweet something and say Theo Von did this and then he loses everything. You got to actually have due process. And
you'd see male animals hitchhiking down 65, be like, I got to get out of this town. Like, what do you fucking do? Like, it's just it's getting hot in the kennel, brother.
Yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, so I think me doing this is because now that everyone's done, snorting the Me Too lines and is coming down from the high, it's good to be like, hey, so you remember when we were like doing that thing and everyone was just kind of saying everyone was guilty on the basis of an allegation? Let's actually go back and look at one of these cases.
And you're looking at Harvey Weinstein case.
I believe it is the case.
You believe he was innocent?
I believe he was wrongfully convicted. I don't want to say Harvey Weinstein is a moral or an innocent man because that sounds like I'm saying he behaved well. But there is a difference between being immoral and being a person who abuses their power and being a person who was running the peninsula like his own personal brothel and being a cold-blooded rapist. And so I want to show people because I was shocked opening these documents and text messages and emails and reading what these women were saying after their rapes. And there's a certain way that I would speak to my rapist, and that is not at all right. Right. And so, some of these.
And is a lot of this stuff public domain?
No, because the media would not report on it. And it's so similar to what we saw with this whole Blake Lively thing going on, where once they drop the article, the New York Times removes context. Like, it's like, okay, well, if we had those messages that she sent to Justin Baldoni, people would not have instantly tried to cancel Justin Baldoni because they would have said, oh, this needs context. And now it's time, we're now in the era of context. So we need to go backwards and look at that most crucial case because that was the beginning of it all. And he took the fall for the Me Too movement. And he's still a very powerful person. Like it was like, we have gotten into it. Like I'm just like arguing in prison with Harvey Weinstein, and you can see who he is and who he was. But I just believe in justice. If I hate you, I will still defend you if I think you're wrongfully convicted. I hated Matt Lauer, and I was like, come on, guys, calling him a rapist because he had an affair with his intern. I mean, women are just always so hopeless.
Why even hire an intern?
Yeah, I know. I mean, but the men get
That's
powerful. Yeah.
That's a joke. I think, yeah. And that's
for men now, though. I mean, like, what is the incentive to hire women after the Me Too era? If we don't go back and course correct, I would be scared.
I will say this.
As a guy.
I was afraid to bring female comics on the road because it was spooky.
Yeah.
And you would be like, well, what if
one wrong joke?
Right. What if I look at them a certain way? I mean, I'm in like we just did a movie, a friend of mine and I just self-funded our own film and put it together and everything. And so we just got done doing it. And I was like, on set, I was like, can't joke around, got to be careful what you're saying. Or I would yell out, that's a joke, right? If I said something that I thought might be obtuse, you know?
And that's what I mean. That's not fun. Like, it's like we need to go back to being able to like make fun of women. And also, by the way, the end result, women don't like that. We don't like men that are castrated, men that now won't ask women on dates, men that won't hit on women. So we created a whole culture and now women are frustrated by the culture. Everyone's a wimp, you know?
Good point.
It's like, okay, cool. Ask her out. Tell her she looks nice. And guess what, girls? You can just say, no, I'm not into you. Like, he can suffer the humiliation of thinking he had a chance. But why are we ruining like natural relations between men and women? Like, it's nice for guys to hold doors, ask you out, make you feel pretty. And
yeah, get you a chocolate or something.
Yeah, definitely.